Well, $20,000 for drumsticks, that is how the GSA decided to spend your tax money as part of a lavish one-day award ceremony back in 2010. That wasn't the only questionable expense uncovered. Joining us now, Congressman John Mica, head of the Transportation Committee, which is investigating the GSA. Congressman, thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for also calling attention to some of this government waste.
Well, and everybody, what comes to mind is the big lavish convention that was held out in Las Vegas. This event actually happened after that. Not only involved $20,000 for those drumsticks, but some $8,500 for an appearance by someone named Agent X, and the list goes on and on. What more do you know about this, and what are you most concerned about now with the GSA?
Well, of course, everyone saw the guy in the hot tub that brought to national attention the abuse of taxpayer dollars for a conference in Las Vegas that they wasted $750,000 on. We've been trying since we took over the committee a year and a half ago to uncover some of the waste and abuses, and now the Inspector General, and this occurred again right after that last abuse. The Inspector General has brought us information of another conference, not in Las Vegas, but just a few miles from the Capitol. Over $250,000 buying drumsticks, that was $20,000 expenditure. Buying picture frames, $35,000 worth of picture frames. Hiring a guitarist, violinist, a lavish reception on the taxpayer dollars. So we're not going to let up on our investigation or getting this agency that's spun out of control under control.
I think it's important to note that the acting administrator of the GSA, Dan Tangorlini, he actually flagged this, he saw this, he took it to the Inspector General and said, hey, in the interest of full disclosure and something that's raised my concern, I think this is something you need to investigate. He's also done things like cut bonuses and cancel some 36 different conferences. Are you encouraged by the fact that this acting administrator seems to be taking this very seriously and trying to at least change policies there?
Well, we fired or got rid of some of the offenders, but I think this agency cries out for reform. What the public is seeing is only the tip of the iceberg. This agency has 14,000 buildings or properties that have been sitting idle, and they're wasting billions of taxpayer dollars. And we've done hearings. I did a hearing in empty buildings soon after we took over the committee, 2 blocks from the White House, costing taxpayers $8 million a year. Vacant building. We did another one a few weeks ago, 11 years vacant, just behind the Ritz-Carlton in Georgetown. Some of the most expensive property on the East Coast, vacant until we did a hearing. We're going to do one in Miami in a vacant courthouse. But there are thousands of properties wasting billions of dollars. So this is hopefully calling attention to a much more serious problem that we can get control of.
And there will be a hearing, I understand, on these new specific allegations regarding this awards ceremony. Is that accurate?
That's right. And I've called a hearing. Unfortunately, we tried to hold this hearing before, but GSA is so intimidated, those in property management. We think we need to get GSA out of property management. There are professionals that can do this. And it's unfortunate, even in the Washington area, they're so intimidated, people who are professionals, that they weren't willing to come forward. But we're going forward with the full investigation. We're going forward with trying to take an agency that's spun out of control, get it under control, and then get the private sector to do what it does best, things like professional property management. How many of you would give your property over to the federal government to manage? I'd say very few. So we're going to change the way Washington is doing some of these things that waste money.
All right, Congressman John Mica, Republican of Florida. Thank you, sir.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
New information in the case of 2